Hello, Aquarius. How are you doing? It is time for your extended reading for September 2022, okay? I'm just squeezing every drop of information out of your September reading that I possibly can. If you'd like to find the information on how to schedule a personal reading, please look in the description of this video. That's the only way to schedule a personal reading with me. It's in the description of this video. Anything else you see on the internet with my face or my name, if you don't see it in the description of this video, it is not me, okay? All right. So the first thing I'm opening up with is potential for reconciliation with a past person. So for those of you who are interested in trying to reconcile things with somebody from the past, this here is for you. If that's not what you're dealing with, please stick around. We'll get to your situation momentarily. Let's look at the energy between Aquarius and the person from the past. Let's look at the energy. How's the energy looking between Aquarius and the past person? All right, last one. Ten of coins reversed, nine of coins, judgment, page of wands. Could be a fire sign for some of you, Leo specifically. Okay, this person has no idea how to approach you. They have no idea. Oh, it could be a Cancer. I have Cancer and Leo here. Okay. Yeah, they have no idea how to approach you. They're wondering whether or not you're still angry with them or if you're angry with them at all. I'm kind of getting this vibe here that they did something stupid in the past and they know they did something stupid, but they don't know where you stand. Five of Wands reversed. They don't know how to approach you. They don't know if you're still angry with them, if you were ever angry with them at all. They don't really know if it would cause conflict. I feel like they're trying to read you. They're trying to intuitively feel you out, and they're having a hard time doing that. They're having a hard time doing that. All this earth energy. Could be an earth sign for some of you. I have earth and fire here. That's pretty much it. And I got this one little air sign card here, but everything else is earth and fire. Ten of Cups, Ten of Coins, both reversed. Well, the biggest thing, again, that I'm seeing here is this person has no idea how to approach you because they're trying to feel you out. I got to look at this person's intentions because I'm trying to dig into what happened, and it's not telling me what happened, like in the past. You know what I mean? All right, well, let's look at their energy then. Let's look at this person's energy, how they feel about you. How do they feel about you? How do they feel about this connection? Okay, I think they have made attempts to get your attention. They've tried, like posting things directed towards you or talking to somebody that's close to you or something like that. They've tried to get your attention before, and you either straight up ignored it or it just never hit your radar. One of the two. I can't tell if you were ignoring it on purpose or not. I feel like they want closure. If you are dealing with somebody that you know is into metaphysics and esoterics, they could have possibly thrown some black magic at you at a point in time. I know that's not everybody, but every time I say that, I get some message or some comment saying, that resonates. So I had to throw it out there. Where's it at? Oh, Magician reversed. So, does this person still have feelings for you? Yes. With the King of Wands energy here and the Three of Wands, I feel like they're waiting to try to figure out how you feel. They don't know. They have no idea how you feel. So what they're trying to do, they're stalking the hell out of you too, by the way. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to mirror your energy back to you. So you don't seem to give a shit. So they don't want to seem to give a shit either. because they can't figure out how you feel. I do feel like, though, that they are feeling some regret, though. I do feel like they're feeling some regret. But with these two kings here, this tells me that y'all are both firmly planted. Y'all are both firmly planted. You're probably not going to open up first, and they're probably not going to open up first. You know what I'm saying? There is unfinished business. They might just want closure, honestly. They might just want closure. Yeah, they really see you, especially if you're single. They feel like you're happy and single, like you're good where you're at. You don't need them. They don't think you miss them. Okay. We'll see if there'll be any kind of outcome here. Actions or outcome. Tower card. Nope, the tower is continuing to burn. It's burning, it's burning, it's burning. Ooh. They may unexpectedly pop up at some point in the future. That feels later on down the line, though, honestly. It does. It feels way later on down the line. I feel like they're probably going to make more attempts to get your attention. Queen of Pentacles. They're going to make probably more attempts to get your attention, but other than that, they're probably going to turn and walk away and abandon this altogether. Because they just can't get a good, solid, intuitive read on you. What's the advice? Would it be a good idea for Aquarius to reach out and communicate or initiate things? Queen of Cups. You know what? I don't know, man. I don't know. I guarantee you, if you reached out to communicate, y'all could probably definitely have an intimate encounter. That could probably happen right away. But it almost kind of feels like this person's still holding on to some bitterness. It almost feels like, as much as this person feels stupid for whatever they did, you know, there's still a part of them that's bitter and wants to spite you. There's still a part of them deep, deep down inside that wants to spite you. So if you do choose to open a line of communication, which I honestly feel like will be very few of you, but I know there's at least one of you that's going to. I don't want to say keep them at an arm's distance. Same thing I just told Capricorn a minute ago. But is there any way that you could, like, what's the word? Like, don't dump all your emotional eggs into that basket, okay? Because if you do that and they catch wind of it and they can tell that you're wrapping yourself around their pinky, I think the temptation to hurt you will be, like, too overpowering for them. I don't think they'll be able to, like, be an adult. They still want to spite you. They still want to spite you. So just take it slow. Take it extremely slow. Okay? For those of you who refuse to reach out and communicate, you better get to your healing work then. You better start healing. And no, healing doesn't mean just don't talk about it and forget about it. That's not what healing means. You know, you can fool everybody around you, but you can't fool the universe. The universe knows that you ain't healed from that. The universe knows damn good and well. And you being tied to this is affecting your energetic pathway moving forward as well. Okay? Let's see if there's anything new coming in for the singles. If so, what are the details? If not, what is the blockage? Anything new coming in for the singles? Probably several new potential suitors, but it doesn't look like anything firm and solid coming in. Yeah, I see you probably briefly connecting with somebody new. Ace of Cups, Five of Wands, though. I'm thinking that you probably have a lot of options to choose from, whether you know it or not. I see an attempt at connecting with somebody, but y'all ain't seeing eye to eye, man. Yeah, I see something new coming in here, but what is this all about? What is that all about? Some of you are attracting a player. I feel like you're connecting with somebody you either already did or you very shortly will connect with somebody who's just playing games. And if you get too emotionally involved, it could turn ugly between the two of you. Could be a Cancer for some of you. And this always, I don't know why this always comes through, man. It could be somebody at the workplace. And I don't just make shit up. It comes through every time, dude. Every time a workplace card comes out with the singles. You know, got too many people crushing on their coworkers, man. All right. Well, let's see. Let's get the details on the next long-term relationship due to come into Aquarius's life. Let's get the details on that. Whenever that is. Let's stretch the timeline out in the next 3 to 6 months. Next 3 to 6 months, the next long-term relationship coming in. Let's get the details. Okay. 8 of Swords. I feel like it's somebody that you already know that has probably tried flirting with you, and you either ignored it or it just flew right over your head. Okay, yeah, I feel like the next person you're connecting with is somebody you already know. I feel like it. Ooh, a lot of potential here too. 10 of Wands reversed. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is somebody you already know. This is somebody you already know, and I feel like they've tried flirting with you. They've tried, and you know what? You probably just didn't even realize it. It probably just flew right over your head, to be honest with you. You probably didn't even realize it, man. It just, you know? I'm an Aquarius, too, for those of you who didn't know, and we are horrible about that, aren't we? You know how many times in my life I've heard, man, dog, she was hitting on you. I'm like, who? What? Who? I don't know why we Aquarians are so dumb when it comes to that shit. You know, I've heard of dozens and dozens and dozens of connections that flew right over my head that were trying to come in, and I was just, like, for real, I wasn't playing dumb. Now, we're really good at playing dumb too, though, aren't we? Yeah, we are. We invented playing dumb, but it's a toss-up. When you're an Aquarius, nobody ever really knows if you're playing dumb or if you're really just straight up being dumb, you know? It can be 50-50 sometimes. All right. Well, I mean, honestly, I feel like this person, the next person due to come in, could end up leading to marriage. I'm feeling like that's what they want. I am feeling like that is what they want. Okay. That's what I mean, with that marriage card up there like that, it does look like that it probably is headed there. Let's look at their intentions. What are their intentions? They don't want no drama. They don't want no bullshit. They want marriage. They want marriage. Okay? Yeah, they want they want a connection to pick up, sweep them off their feet, and move real quick straight into a marriage. They don't want no drama. They don't want no games. They don't want no childish bullshit. You know, they could have come out of a relationship where they really had to walk on eggshells. They don't want none of that. They want a partner that they can be free to be themselves around, you know? So they can open up and be themselves, be silly, be goofy, be dumb, and just not be judged, not be walking on eggshells, you know? Looks pretty damn solid, man. This is one of the most positive. Finally, Aquarius gets a positive reading. Y'all's aren't really always all that positive. But this one looks, so far, for the singles, like the most positive one that I've pulled. It does. All right, cool. And this is 3 to 6 months, too. What's the outcome? For at least 2022. What's the outcome for the rest of the year? Ooh, ooh. Looks like it's headed straight for success to me. Chill out. Don't drive yourself nuts trying to figure out who it is. Don't drive yourself nuts trying to figure out when they're coming in. You know what that does? That pushes the timeline out. It does. I have to explain this to my personal clients all the time. The universe is very obedient. You are the president and the CEO of your life experience, and the universe is your general manager. It does exactly what you tell it to do. You just got to pay attention to what you're telling it. Okay? If I decide to pursue relationships, relationships are going to run from me so that I can have something to pursue. If I'm out there searching to try to find true love is going to hide from me so that I can have something to search for. You can probably continue the rest of that list with your own imagination, right? Whatever I try to avoid fucking finds me everywhere I go. And on and on and on the list goes. So don't go out looking for it. Don't worry about it. I know that's easy to say and hard to do. It's hard to flip that switch off. But I promise you, if you just dedicate your life to you and only you, and you put that to the very back of your mind, I promise you, you're going to run right into them. Promise you. Promise you. And when your person shows up, there's no real words to explain. No real words to explain it. It'll knock your socks off. It's unlike any connection you've ever felt before. And it's really unlike anything you could imagine. It's not like the bullshit picture that they paint in your head in the movies and in the music, you know? It's nothing like that. It's really not. It doesn't feel anything like what you've seen in the movies when you were a little kid or what they sing about in the music. Of course, they never sing about successful connections. All they sing about is heartbreak. But you know what I'm saying. There's not words for it. It'll knock your socks off, dude. Trust me. All right. Singles. Current person. Current person. Okay, those of you dealing with and experiencing issues with a person who is currently in your life. And again, according to the poll that I took, the last time I looked at the results, you all are in the majority. That shocked the hell out of me. I did not expect that at all. Current person? Again, I'll have to look at it again, so don't quote me. It could have changed. It's been 3 or 4 days since I've looked at it. But the last time I looked at it, it said the overwhelming majority of my audience comes to the tarot about a current person. I was like, what? Totally backwards from what I thought it was. I thought y'all were all here for a past person, and only a tiny bit of you were here for a current person. That's why I never did the current person, you know? So I'm definitely going to have to integrate that into my readings a lot more now. All right, I'm done babbling. Let's see what's going on here. Death card, reversed. Somebody's trying to prevent this from coming to an end. I think that's probably you. You really don't want this to come to an end. Maybe for some of you, the two of you could have separated and come back together. Could be in an on and off type of connection here. Yeah, for some of you, this could be an on and off. You probably have already separated and got back together. Some of you could have kids with this person, but believe it or not, look, what is this all about? Some of you, if you're not in an on and off, you know, I don't know how many of you that is. There's some of you who have already split up and come back together, but if that's not you, then somebody is desperately, desperately fighting and trying to prevent this from ending. Look at all this. Death reversed, Tower reversed, Six of Swords reversed. This is long term. It's either been long term or like if you don't go nowhere, I highly doubt they are. But what's the problem here then? It's not even telling me what the hell the issue is. Well, I'll tell you what I don't see. I do not have one single cup on the table here. Not one. Not one. Not a single cup. You know what that tells me? No mutual emotional connection. That's what that tells me. That's what that tells me. Somebody, it looks to me like neither of you are in love, honestly. But maybe one of you is and the other one isn't. If one of you is in love, it's not requited. Nope. Show isn't. Well, let's see how the current person feels about you. Let's see how they feel about you. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, they're looking back in the good old days. Man, they don't trust you either. This person doesn't trust you. Did you lie to them? Or are they just paranoid and insecure? They want things to go back to the way they were in the past. With the Six of Cups, Six of Wands here. They want things to work out. They wish things could go back. And I mean, maybe for some of you, maybe you fucked up in the past. Maybe you did. and they still don't trust you. I know that's not everybody, but there may be just one or two of you who did something stupid in the past. And if that's you, they still don't fully trust you. And even if you have completely cleaned up your act and you're not doing that bullshit no more, they still don't really trust you. Not really. There's still a part of them that's constantly second guessing you. Now, for those of you who have never done anything wrong, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you on that right there. What I would say if I was you is that's your fucking problem then. I'm not owning that. I know I didn't do nothing wrong. I know I'm not doing nothing wrong. I know if you don't want to trust me, then that's your problem. I'm not owning that shit. That's all you. I don't give a shit. Trust me if you want. Trust me if you don't want. Don't care. But yeah, there's a big lack of trust here. Big lack of trust. Okay. Outcome time. Mm-hmm. Outcome. Hang on a second. All right. Outcome time. Outcome time. Two more. Nine of Cups reversed. So the Death reversed again. So I don't see anything happening here. I don't see anything improving either. You ain't going nowhere. That's the good thing, though. Six of Swords, Death card, both reversed. So you ain't going nowhere. But I'm not seeing things improving either. Oh, you got 1 foot out the door, though. Ooh, 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords. I don't see things improving, but you do have 1 foot out the door. I don't think you're walking away, though. And the only reason I say 1 foot out the door is because of this. If these two didn't come up, I would say somebody's walking away from this. But with these two here, or for some of you, for those of you who are actually in an on and off connection, you could experience an on and off. Separate, come back together. You ever met that one couple that's just been doing that for years? It's like, what the fuck are y'all doing, man? I mean, I think we've all done that at least once, you know? I would like to think, though, that when you experience that one good time, it's like, oh, okay, I see, you know? But we all know that one couple, it just breaks up, get back together, back on and off, and on and off, and on and off, and on and off, and on, you know? And it's like, what are you doing? But you can't interfere. You can't say anything. Because they just refuse to fucking hear it. They refuse to see it. And it's like the most frustrating shit in the world. It's heartbreaking, but you just got to let people learn their own shit on their own terms, man, you know? Anyway, I'm babbling. Sorry about that. All right. Well, what's the advice? Let's get the advice here. What's the advice? Maintain your emotional independence. Aquarius, you invented emotional independence, okay? Now, all this means is don't expect this person to make you happy. Don't think you can make them happy, okay? You can help them. You can try to provide them a helping hand. You know, I can be an ear to listen. I can be a voice of encouragement. You know, but just know that if the person you're dealing with makes up their mind that they are upset, angry, miserable, resentful, hateful, you can't fix them. Same thing with you. If you're empty, lonely, needy, they can't fix that. No, they can't. No, they cannot. No, they cannot. Stay emotionally independent, okay? And let it run its course. If you maintain that vibration long enough, for a long extended period of time, one or two things is going to happen. Either A, you're going to keep vibrating up here while they stay here, and the two of you will separate, or they would have to make the conscious decision, but they will evolve with you. But you start making your way up Evolution Mountain, okay? They can either depart from you or go with you. All right? Okie dokie. New person. New person. Let's look at the energy between Aquarius, the Aquarians who are actively currently dealing with a new person. Queen of Swords. Is that you? That's got to be you. That is an Aquarius card, by the way. That's why I say that. All right. Struggling to find an emotional connection with this person, though. King of Wands. Ooh, yeah. And this person, whoever it is that's being detached, the other person is getting kind of irritated with that. Yeah. For some of you, you're just communicating with this person at a distance, possibly. I see you waiting to connect with this person. Or even if they're not like at a distance, or if you are actually connected, I see you waiting to take things to the next level. Okay, 3 of Wands, 2 of Cups, Ace of Cups reversed. Right now, somebody here is trying to figure out whether or not they're wasting their time. I can't help but think at first glance that this is you, and this is them. Getting kind of irritated and pissed off that they're not getting the emotional reactions out of you that they want. But they're playing it off, pretending they don't care. So this isn't taking lift off right away. Not really. But it could look good from the outside looking in. You know, you might get a lot of compliments. Oh, y'all look so great together. Beautiful couple. Whoop, whoop, whoop. But on the inside, the emotional aspect of things seems to be struggling a little bit. Let's see how they feel about you at the deepest level. This person's focused on work and finance. That's their number one priority. Yeah, they want marriage. This person wants marriage. This person has spent a long time alone and by themselves, and they're ready to settle down and get married. They are. Okay. All right. Yeah, they're ready to settle down. They don't want no toxicity. They don't want no bullshit. Yeah, I mean, it looks to me pretty solid. It's not very detailed. That's kind of, I know there's not many details there, but it doesn't look, this person may not be a very deep person. They may not be very deep. Let's look at the outcome then. What is the outcome? Three of Cups, Judgment reversed. Ah, there we go. It's going to start picking up. Probably after the retrograde's over, honestly, is what I'm seeing. A lot. I know there's some of you that sit and watch every reading that I put up, even if it's not yours. And I know you've heard me say something very similar to that with almost every single sign. That's what happens during Mercury fucking retrograde, dude. And I'm not going to lie, man, this one here has been rough. You know, rough. And I mean, I could tell some crazy stories, but I don't have time for that. But this one's been a rough one. It's been a rough one. The last one, it was either the last one or the one before that. One of these most recent ones wasn't really all that bad. And every time that happens, every time a retrograde happens that is kind of easy to handle, I start getting kind of cocky. Like, yeah, I'm figuring out how to handle Mercury retrograde. Fuck Mercury, yeah. You can't hurt me, Mercury, you know? And then the next one that rolls around, it's like, all right, hold my beer. I'm going to fuck Rich's world up, you know? And this one's been a rough one. So anyway, I'm battling. Yeah, communication's a little bit funky. You know, y'all aren't very well balanced, but it's more than likely as soon as that retrograde starts phasing out, you're going to realize that you and this person are inseparable. Any advice? Any advice? Could be a Gemini, by the way. I also have Sagittarius and Leo. Any advice? Focus on your healing. Focus on your healing. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your sign is. I don't care if you're an Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo. I don't care what your religious beliefs are. I don't care what your race, ethnicity, none of that shit. Sexuality, I don't give a damn who you are. If you walk on 2 legs on planet Earth, you have healing to do. Yes, you do. It's part of the human game. That's part of the human 3D game. I know we're coming up out of 3D, but in order to get to 3D, it requires trauma. Part of the game. Sorry, it's part of the game. And yes, we all set that up and agreed to it before we came in here, okay? But we're raising up out of it. Most of us, I think. I'm sure there's some of you who probably aren't. Focus on your healing. Do not let a new relationship distract you from the healing that needs to be done. Draw a line in the sand, okay? On this side of the line is my new relationship. Feels so good. We love each other. We're having a good time. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Might get married one day. On this side of the line, I got to push that aside and focus on the healing that needs to be done from the past. Just because a relationship can distract you from heartache or trauma or whatever the case may be, does not mean that it is healing you and fixing you. It can't, okay? Just like going to the bar and getting drunk to forget about the stress that you've experienced the past week doesn't make the problems go away. It distracts you from it temporarily. It's the exact same thing, okay? So focus on your healing. Take it day by day. Shit, this should turn out pretty solid. All right, I feel like those were the messages that my Aquarius friends needed to hear, so I am going to go ahead and end this reading here. Thank you all so much for tuning in and playing along. I am eternally grateful for every ounce of love, support, and positive feedback you guys continue to show me day in and day out every single time I get on here and do this. Makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to look in the description of this video if you would like to find information on how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Y'all stay blessed.